for our first act? Yes. The first time I met her was pretty fantastic. I was sitting in Marialta, it's 11 years ago. I was sitting there hanging out, like you do, and in comes this fantastic looking, androgynous, mysterious person, and I'm like, oh, hello, in my head. And she walks in, and I'm like, oh my God, who is that person? I've never seen her, and all my friends seem to know her already, and I was like, what the fuck is that about? Because, I mean, if you know me, you know that I'm, you know, queen of everything and should know everybody. So I was a little bit offended, but like in those like few seconds, I have already like started picturing our like sensual, mysterious affair that we would have. You know, it would be like a French film noir, and you know, and I would be her lady, and she would like, you know, just take me places in a little sports car, and all of that would happen. And she walked around, and I was sitting there, and I was getting ready, and I was like, oh. And she came down, and she sat in front of me, and she was like, ah, hello. I did not expect that. That was not the smoky, husky voice that I was prepared for. So no, we never landed in bed or anything, but we built up a hell of a fucking friendship that I think will be lifelong. A big applause for the amazing Stefanie Sourial! Thank you, Denice! Hello, everybody!
I didn't have a sports car, but I had a Klapprad at that time. With a saddle, and you know, I could have put you on there, no problem. But it's true, I never hooked up. It's good. So I have to start. So, sex. Now I will just talk in this voice all night long. Sex. So my first time having sex. So my first time having sex was pretty amazing. It was great. So that's why I'm not going to talk about sex tonight, because nobody wants to hear a good story with a good ending in a comedy club. No, I will not talk about sex. I will talk about my first time auditioning, which was another story. So my first audition, for me that was a huge deal at that time. I was like 17, 18 years old. I was still in school, and I really wanted to be in theater and drama, and I knew, okay, there is one theater school. I only knew this theater school, and not another one. The famous Max Reinhardt seminar in Vienna. So I didn't know any other, to my defense. Still, I thought, good, I'm going to give it a try. I got super excited. I got all the informations. I put down my name, you know, for this audition in summer. Got all the informations, and then I could see, I had to prepare 3 monologues. And this faced me already with a huge problem, because I wasn't so much into reading. I literally never ever read a play up till this time, because I'm a very slow reader. I still am, though I read a bit more right now. And I can't remember text at all. It takes me ages. I'm really suffering from memory loss. Bad. So, good. But still I thought, no, give it a go, like go for it. And you really want this, you will get this, yeah? So, I started to search, trying to find monologues, you know, and the problem is as well, in our house, my family's house, we had mainly books about vaginas, yeah? So, yeah, it's true. My father is a gynecologist. So it's all good. He from Egypt, so we had books about vaginas in German, French, and Arabic. Yeah, as a lesbian teenager who was not out yet, it was pretty cool because we had no like... so many. And yeah, so I thought, okay, shit, I have a problem now, I have to find... And I thought, okay, just go back to... I don't know, nobody listens anymore. Everybody wants to know what vagina means in Arabic. Yeah. Mahbel. 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 But this set is not about mahbels or sex. It's about my first audition. So I thought I go back to what I can do best, and this is watching movies. So I would go to the library in our hometown and take like all video cassettes and all DVDs and watch one movie after the other and thinking, okay, I could do this, but I was more into Michael J. Fox and these kind of things. So I thought, okay, that's the wrong thing. Then I thought, okay, what can you do best? And then go back to a place that is familiar to you. And that was like Charlie Chaplin, for example. So I took all Charlie Chaplin movies, which is not the smartest move, because it's silent movies. Which for a theater school that is orientated into spoken word language, it's a bit a problematic path. But I was lucky because like this I tripped over The Great Dictator, the only movie done by Charlie Chaplin where he talks. So I thought, cool, I'll take it. And for people who don't know The Great Dictator, it's there is a speech at the very beginning of the movie where Charlie Chaplin acts. He gives a speech as the great dictator, who was called Anton Hinkel, who is he represents Adolf Hitler, and he speaks in this gibberish Hitler language. So I was like, I will do this. Great. I can do it. I have no script, but it doesn't matter. It's all positive. So I would pause, play, and just write down the sounds of this gibberish, and I'm training like, ey, I don't know, who does not know this speech? It's like, ey, der strafte Stückchen Sekt. It's a bit like the way I met Denice. Ey, der strafte Stückchen Sekt, wie der Schnitzel mit den Erden und dem Sauerkraut. Ey, der Blirten, sagt der Blirten, wenn Tomania mit seiner Strakt, wenn der Blirten, sagt der Flitz. And it goes on like this for a long time. And I nailed it. I got it all. I thought it was great. I was really like, I can do this. Fine, done. 1 monologue out of 3. And shit. Okay, what else can I do? So I kept on watching movies and stuff, and then finally I found my Joker, Mephisto, the movie done by Istvan Sabo, where Klaus Maria Brandauer is playing Mephisto, who was, not Mephisto, but Klaus Maria Brandauer was teaching in Max Reinhardt Seminar at the time, and he would sit in the jury. Today I say, whoever goes for an audition, never do that. I thought, brilliant move. He will love it. He will look at me and he will think, I was there once, yeah. She's got talent. So done, ticking the box. Next. Third one was a bit an elevated choice I made. I don't know if anybody of you saw the film version of Shakespeare, The Tempest, Der Sturm, where Caliban is the king's servant, yeah? And after this I saw the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Exactly. And I always thought Riff Raff and Caliban are kind of the same. And I always wanted to play Riff Raff, and I thought, that's my chance. I will play Riff Raff using Caliban's words. Fine, done. So I had my 3 monologues, and I was like super positive, like, training this. I had a couple of months time, and I would always secretly in my room learn these texts and everything. And then the summer came, and the days of audition. approached, and I would go to Vienna and get to this courtyard, and everybody was like rehearsing there, and I got my number. I was number 300 and something, so my day to get into auditions would be the third day, but still I had to be there every day because, you know, in case somebody drops. And everybody was like, you know, there and doing their parts, and they all looked amazing. I mean, I have to say, nobody of my friends, even though I loved them very much, nobody looked like this. They had like, the boys had muscles and the girls had like this hair, and I was like really impressed, and I thought, okay, maybe I'm in trouble, but then I thought, no, they need outcasts. They need outcasts. No problem. And then I went, you know, I approached to the door where I knew the auditions are happening in there. And I always tried to, you know, like to listen to something and to get some words. I needed to know what is going on in there. And suddenly the door opens and the girl came out and she was like super excited. She was like, "It was amazing! Oh, it was amazing! I think they love me! It was amazing! Oh my God!" And I thought, okay, I will take all my courage now together and I will ask her about advice. And I went there and I said, like, sorry.
So you met Denice already there?
Denice, do you hear this? Somebody said, I want a spot now. You should come up here. And we met, it was Denice. Yes! I was like, excuse me, do you have advice for me? Could have been, but she wasn't, I have to say no, she wasn't as beautiful. So I asked, and yeah, no chance. Like ranking is like Denice, no chance. But still, she gave me little advice. I asked her like, so what do you think can I do, you know, to get their attention and stuff. And she was like, come on, just be yourself, really, you know, just be natural, and then you really will get them like this. What are your monologues? And I told her my monologues, and I was very proud. And then she was like, oh my, this is a random choice of monologues. And I was like, why? And she was like, why is that? And I thought she would say, wow, you know. No. And she said, well, you are a woman. You have no female part in there. They won't pick you. And I was like, no, I'm going to be an actress. I can play anything, really, no? And she was like, no, you can't. You have to play a female part or else they won't pick you. And I was like, yes, I can. And she was like, no, you can't. I was like, yes, I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. No, you can't. And then she was like, well, think about it. And then I looked at her and I thought, well, she looks like this person who would get into this school, so I better take her advice. My turn was the next day, so I head right to the Viennese library. And again, I did not know what to pick. I had video cassettes, DVDs, and I was like, fuck, and the piles got bigger and bigger, and I was really in panic. Searching until I stopped for a second, and at that time I still smoked. So I went for a smoke. And suddenly in this, you know, time of, stopness, suddenly I remembered like my heroine of this time I was in love with, and I'm still in love with her, Maria Callas. Yes! Maria Callas! Because, yeah, I mean, don't worry, no, I did not sing an opera aria. Hello! No, I did not do that. But I remembered Paolo Pasolini's movie where Maria Callas played Medea. So Medea. A brilliant movie, not the best choice, of course, for a, audition because they hardly don't talk. Again, in this movie, they start talking after minute 30. I had no time anymore, anyway, after minute 30 they start to talk and they exchange some lines, and I was like, okay, great. I just wrote down everything I could, English with German subtitles. I just wrote it all down, and there I had my A4 page. I learned it. I stayed up all night long to try to remember this goddamn text, and I couldn't, but I thought like, okay, come on, I will just improvise, it's gonna be fine. Maybe they will not even want to see me there, so So next day I'm heading back to Max Reinhardt Seminar. I'm getting in there. It's my, time to glow. And there's a nice hello, hello, and then they ask me, so what are your 3 monologues? So I'm telling them Chaplin's Hinkle speech from The Great Dictator, and Mephisto, from the movie Mephisto, from Hitler and Sauer. And I looked at Klaus Maria Brandauer I gave him and he didn't even lift his head, but I knew he felt me, And then I said, Medea, from Paolo Pasolini's movie. And they were like, oh, great, good. So first, they didn't, they just looked at me, and I think they were, they said, okay, first monologue you can choose yourself. The second one, we are going to tell you what we want to see. So what is your first choice? And I said, like, Hinkle's speech, and then I started and I put myself up there. And I was really a bit, suddenly my heart got like this, but I was like, okay, I got this. And I started to like, ey, der strafte Schluckinsekt. Der Wiener Schnitzel mit dem Lernen und dem Sauerkraut. And then they started to look, and I started to really get totally into it, and I could see how they started to look at me, and really, I got their attention, and I got more and more into it, and I started to sweat and to spit, and they were just like, they laid down their pencils, and they just looked at me. Said when she met me the first time. But they loved it. They clapped. No, wait. They clapped. And they were like, wow, thank you for entertaining us like this. Like, now we're awake again. Great, now we loved it, really. Well done. And I was like, good, thank you. And I left. They were like, no, wait, you have to do the second part, you have to do the second one. I was like, yeah, of course. Klaus. And I came back, and then they said, so now we would love to see Medea. And I was like, yeah, sure. I just went backstage to reorganize myself, and there I fell into a hole of panic. Total panic, because I knew, first of all, I am not able to do this, I am not able to remember this text, and suddenly I realized that by rehearsing this text over and over again, I didn't think about a set, nothing. I would not think about a movement, nothing. I just was like, this all night long with the text in front of my head. So I thought, okay, calm down, improvise. Improvise, you can do this. And then I looked around and I saw a couch with pillows. I took the pillows, the dead children. So I had the dead pillow children in my hand. I went back on stage, there was a table, and I stepped on this table, the mountain. I'm strong in improvising. And then I looked at them, and then I just did the text, and I said, ja, Son. Ich weiß, das war jetzt ein bisschen brutal, oder? Aber ich hab gewusst, so triff ich dich am meisten. And then I threw the pillows at the jury. Because I was in a state of shock, and this happens to me when I'm in a state of shock. I don't know, something stops. A lot of times it stopped here, and something came out of my mouth, and I don't know why. I don't know, I have no relation to Swiss. No. Not I see my hand and I can see a little black spot here. So I forgot my little hickle beard. Then I don't know why, I was 18 and I thought I play hickle, I have to put a little hickle beard. So I was playing with there with a Swiss German accent, with my 2 kilo children and a hickle beard on my lips. They didn't say nothing, just said thank you.